There comes a point in life where you start noticing something that's hard to ignore. Maybe you spend an afternoon working in the garden, nothing too intense, just some light digging and bending, and the next morning you wake up feeling like you ran a marathon. Or maybe you pushed yourself a little harder on a walk, felt fine in the moment, but 2 days later your legs are still heavy and achy, and you start to wonder, what's going on here? Why does my body take so long to bounce back from things that never used to bother me? If this sounds familiar, I want you to know you're not alone. And more importantly, I want you to understand that what's happening isn't some sign that something is terribly wrong. Your body is simply going through changes that are completely natural, changes that happen to everyone as they move past 60. But here's the thing. When you understand why these changes are happening, you stop feeling so frustrated, you stop blaming yourself, and you start working with your body instead of against it. So today, I want to walk you through exactly what's going on inside your body. I want to explain why recovery feels so different now and what you can do about it. This isn't about quick fixes or miracle cures. It's about truly understanding your body at this stage of life. Let's start with something fundamental: your muscles. When you were younger, your muscles had this incredible ability to repair themselves almost overnight. You could do physical work, wake up the next day a little sore maybe, but by day 2 or 3 you were back to normal. That's because your body was producing plenty of the hormones and proteins needed to rebuild muscle tissue fast. But after 60, this process slows down significantly. Your muscles still repair themselves, they absolutely do, but they need more time. The building blocks your body uses for muscle repair, things like protein and certain hormones, they're not as abundant as they used to be. And your cells don't divide and regenerate quite as quickly. So that soreness you feel after physical activity, it lingers. It hangs around longer than you expect. And it's not because you did something wrong or pushed too hard. It's simply because your body's repair crew is working a longer shift now. This is why rest becomes so much more important. When you were 30 or 40, you could get away with back-to-back days of physical exertion. Now, your body genuinely needs those recovery days. And giving yourself that time isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Another thing that changes, and this one really catches people off guard, is how fatigue works. You might notice that tiredness doesn't lift the way it used to. In the past, a good night's sleep would reset everything. You'd wake up refreshed, energized, ready to go. But now, even after what seems like a decent night's rest, you might still feel drained. That heavy, sluggish feeling follows you through the morning, sometimes into the afternoon. Part of this has to do with how your body produces energy at the cellular level. Deep inside your cells are tiny structures called mitochondria, and these are like little power plants that generate the energy you need to function. As we age, these mitochondria become less efficient. They don't produce energy quite as effectively as they used to. So even though you're eating well and resting, your body is working with a slightly reduced energy supply. This doesn't mean you're broken. It just means your energy economy has shifted, and you might need to be more intentional about how you spend it. Now, let's talk about something almost everyone over 60 experiences: that morning stiffness. You know what I mean. You wake up, try to get out of bed, and everything feels tight. Your back, your hips, your knees, maybe your shoulders. It takes a good 15 or 20 minutes of moving around before things start to loosen up. This happens because the connective tissues in your body, your tendons, ligaments, and the cartilage in your joints, they change with age. They lose some of their water content, which makes them less flexible. They become stiffer, less elastic. And when you've been lying still for 7 or 8 hours, everything kind of settles into that stiff state. Once you start moving, blood flows back into those tissues. They warm up, and the stiffness gradually eases. But it takes time now. It's not immediate like it used to be. The good news is that gentle movement really helps with this. Even some light stretching before bed or when you first wake up can make a difference. Your body responds well to being used. It just needs to be warmed up first. Speaking of blood flow, circulation is another piece of this puzzle that's worth understanding. Your cardiovascular system is responsible for delivering oxygen and nutrients to every part of your body. When you exercise or do physical work, your muscles need extra blood flow to bring in the materials for repair. But as we get older, our blood vessels become a little stiffer, a little less responsive. The heart, while still strong, might not pump with the same force it did decades ago. This means that getting those vital nutrients to tired muscles takes longer. Waste products from muscle activity, like lactic acid, don't clear out as quickly. So that heavy, achy feeling after exertion sticks around longer than it used to. It's not that your body isn't doing its job, it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It just takes more time. By the way, if you're finding this helpful and want to understand more about how your body works at this stage of life, consider subscribing. I share information like this regularly, and I think you might find it valuable. Now, I want to talk about something that's really important but often overlooked, and that's inflammation. Inflammation has become a bit of a buzzword, but let me explain what's actually happening. When you injure yourself or push your body physically, inflammation is your body's natural healing response. It sends blood, nutrients, and immune cells to the area to start repairs. This is a good thing. The problem is that as we age, our bodies tend to have a bit more background inflammation happening all the time. It's like there's always a low simmer going on. So when you add physical stress on top of that, the inflammatory response can feel more intense and last longer. This contributes to that lingering soreness, that joint aching, that general feeling of not quite bouncing back. There are things that can dial down this background inflammation, things like eating more whole foods, staying hydrated, getting quality sleep, and managing stress. But the key thing to understand is that inflammation isn't your enemy. It's just working overtime right now, and it needs a little help finding balance. Next, let's talk about something that affects everything else I've mentioned, and that's sleep. Sleep is when your body does the majority of its repair work. During deep sleep especially, your muscles rebuild, your immune system strengthens, your brain clears out waste products, and hormones that support healing are released. It's absolutely essential for recovery. But here's the challenge. Sleep changes as we get older. You might find it harder to fall asleep, or you wake up several times during the night. Many people find they don't spend as much time in those deep restorative stages of sleep anymore. And when that happens, your body simply doesn't get as much repair time. You wake up and the recovery work isn't finished. This doesn't mean you're doomed to poor sleep forever. There are things that help, like keeping a consistent sleep schedule, making your bedroom cooler and darker, limiting caffeine after noon, and avoiding screens close to bedtime. But even with perfect habits, sleep often just looks different after 60. The key is doing what you can to support it, and accepting that recovery might need to continue during your waking hours too. Now, here's something that doesn't get talked about enough: hormonal changes. When we think of hormones, we often think of the big obvious ones, estrogen and testosterone. And yes, these decline with age. For women, the drop during menopause is significant. For men, it's more gradual. But both of these hormones play important roles in muscle maintenance, energy levels, bone density, and recovery. Beyond the sex hormones, there are other hormonal shifts happening too. Growth hormone, which is crucial for tissue repair, naturally decreases as we age. Cortisol, the stress hormone, can become more easily elevated. Thyroid function may slow slightly. All of these changes affect how efficiently your body recovers from daily demands. This isn't something to panic about. These changes are natural and expected, but understanding them helps you make sense of why recovery feels different now. And in some cases, if symptoms are significant, it's worth having a conversation with a healthcare provider about whether anything needs attention. Another factor that's incredibly important is stress, and specifically what's happening with your nervous system. Your body has two main modes, the fight-or-flight mode and the rest and digest mode. When you're stressed, your nervous system shifts into that fight-or-flight state. Your heart rate increases, your muscles tense, stress hormones flood your system. This was great when we needed to escape predators. It's less great when it's triggered by worrying about finances or family problems. As we get older, many people find they're carrying more stress than they realize. And here's the problem. When your body is stuck in that stressed state, it doesn't prioritize recovery. It's too busy preparing for danger. So all that muscle repair, that tissue regeneration, that immune system maintenance, it gets pushed to the back burner. Finding ways to activate your rest and digest mode becomes really important. This might be deep breathing, gentle movement, spending time in nature, connecting with loved ones, or simply giving yourself permission to slow down. When your nervous system feels safe, your body can focus on healing. And finally, I want to mention daily habits that might be quietly interfering with your recovery. These are the little things that add up over time. Maybe you're not drinking enough water, and mild dehydration is making your muscles tighter and your blood thicker. Maybe you're skipping meals or not getting enough protein to support muscle repair. Maybe you're sitting for long stretches without moving, and your circulation is suffering. Perhaps you're pushing through fatigue instead of resting when your body is asking for it, or you're eating foods that increase inflammation without realizing it. Processed foods, too much sugar, not enough vegetables. These habits might not seem like a big deal individually, but together they can really slow down your recovery. The beautiful thing is that small adjustments can make a real difference. Drinking an extra glass or two of water, adding a short walk to your morning routine, being more intentional about protein at each meal, giving yourself permission to nap when you're tired. These aren't dramatic changes, but they support your body's natural recovery processes. I want to be clear about something. Everything I've described today is part of normal aging. It's not a disease, it's not a sign that something is terribly wrong. Your body has served you well for decades, and it's still working hard for you. It just needs different things now. More rest, more patience, more gentle care. And if something feels truly unusual, if recovery is drastically different from what you'd expect, if fatigue is overwhelming, if stiffness is severe, it's always worth having a conversation with a healthcare provider. There's a difference between normal aging and something that needs attention, and you deserve to know which is which. But for most people, what they're experiencing is simply their body asking for a new approach. Less pushing, more pacing, less frustration, more understanding. If this kind of information helps you understand your body better, I'd genuinely appreciate it if you subscribed. I share videos like this regularly, and I think having this knowledge makes a real difference in how you feel about yourself and your health. As you go about your day today, I want you to remember something. Your body is still remarkable. It's still healing, still adapting, still capable of so much. The fact that recovery takes longer doesn't diminish that. It just means you're entering a new chapter, one that requires a bit more gentleness and a lot more self-compassion. Take care of yourself. Listen to what your body is telling you. And remember, recovery isn't just about bouncing back. It's about moving forward at a pace that honors who you are now. That's not just okay. That's exactly as it should be.